I think a lot of us fall into that trap of trying to rekindle friendships, relationships with people, hoping that this time around is going to be different. This time around is going to be better. But we fail to realize that a lot of times the reason why things never really worked out with certain people is because they just didn't like you like that. They never really liked you like that. And it hurts. It hurts your pride. It hurts your ego. But a lot of the time, that's the truth. Trying to build upon something that never really had a strong foundation is the biggest waste of time that you could do. The biggest waste of time, because at the end of the day, all you are doing is building upon something that at some point is bound to fall and destroy itself. And it's one of those things that I've figured out that you have to mess with people that mess with you equally. There should not be a one-sided relationship with anybody that you deal with in your life. If you feel like you're giving more to somebody and they're not giving you the same back, then you need to stop dealing with them. You need to stop trying to chase their validation. You need to stop trying to gain their acceptance, because all you're doing is disrespecting yourself. That's all you're doing. And this is something that I've noticed, that this don't just happen when we're younger, in our younger years. This happens as full adults. That a lot of us are still chasing people that just don't want to be chased. And it's harder when you have a history with somebody and you know how they are and you know their ways. But there's an attachment there on a spiritual level with that person that you just can't cut. And you continuously try to fix it. You keep on trying to fix yourself, like, you're the problem. And they sit back and they let you think what you want to think, and they'll just play along. And yeah, that's, what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Well. But it's like at every single situation like that, it always ends exactly the same. You are always the one on the other end of that gets hurt. And until you develop that self love, that self reassurance, you're never going to break that cycle of going through those situations with people, because it's a deep underlying issue that is dealing with your own self respect, your own self love, and your boundaries. And when you don't have those things in order, you're going to deal with that heartbreak. You're going to deal with that betrayal more often than other people, because you are chasing something that the other person is just letting you chase. They don't care. They don't care as much as you do. They never really liked you. They never really liked you. And that for a lot of people hurts. But you got to understand, like, you are going to have to realize at some point in time, you're going to get tired of chasing. You're going to get tired. You're going to get tired of chasing validation. You're going to get tired of chasing people's acceptance. And, life is funny. Everything is a full circle moment. Everything starts to reveal itself. The older we become, we start to realize a lot of our faults, a lot of our decision making was based upon just things that never mattered, opinions that truly weren't really valuable. They came from people that we really, obviously, really just wanted to get approval from. We didn't really weigh everything out. We made a lot of our decisions based upon what everybody else would think and not what we would think and what we would do. But it's one of those things I've learned, man. Do not waste your time chasing people that do not want to be chased. A lot of the time, if you're in that driver's seat doing that, they never liked you, because no relationship should ever be lopsided. It should be a 50-50 situation where two people are contributing to keeping that relationship healthy, strong, and valuable for both parties to benefit from. If it's a one-sided situation and you know this and you keep going back to this person, you keep trying to rekindle that friendship or that old romantic partner, you are the problem, because you are not letting go, and they know you're not letting go, and they know they have you on a leash. And that's why they continuously they already know, like, hey, I can come back in this person's life whenever I want to. And when I get tired of them and when I get done with them, I throw them to the side. And you're always on the other end of that, the one being hurt. So do not let that be you. Straight up. It's something that a lot of us don't want to face and deal with. And like I say, you're only hurting yourself at the end. Once a person realizes you have no boundaries, they'll take it far as they want to take it.